And this, my friends, is exactly how we go about getting out of the friend zone. The key is boys, and ladies, thanks for joining. Please pull up a chair, take a seat. I think all of us unrequited lovers need to have a little bit of a chat. I'm going to tell you a bit of a personal story, and I want you to let me know if you can relate to it in any kind of way. When I was a younger lad, I met this beautiful girl, and I was instantly attracted to her. I mean, she was cute, she was funny, and every time I thought about her, I would just get the most insane butterflies. Gay! I really, really liked her. And so I thought it was a great idea to make her fall madly in love with me. And so I devised this master plan. I decided that in order to win her heart, I was going to be the perfect guy for her. I was going to talk to her about all of her problems. I was going to buy her the most amazing gifts. And I was just going to be her knight in shining armor for whenever she needed me. Was I going to tell her how I really felt? Nah. Was I going to be a man, bite the bullet, and just make a move? Of course not. That would be far, far too easy. Me? I was going to play the long game because I was a nice guy. And as we all know, nice guys, they don't rock the boat. Long story short, after months and months of playing this game, I just couldn't take it anymore. I just realized that it had become way too painful to keep on pretending that I was her friend. And so months after acting out my master plan, I finally confessed my undying love for this girl. And unsurprisingly, she gave me the whole "let's just be friends" speech. And even more shockingly, she actually was pretty mad at me. And looking back now, she actually had every right to be. And you'll understand why soon. So stick around and you'll hear the surprising end to that story. I was heartbroken, but I vowed from that day forward that I would never, ever get friend zoned again. Can you relate to this story? And of course, I still kept making the same damn mistake a few more times over the years, but I think I finally gained the right mentality on this dreaded but somewhat imaginary friend zone. So friends, how do we get out of the dreaded friend zone and avoid it altogether? And more importantly, why are you getting stuck there in the first place? So a little disclaimer before we start this video. This advice actually does apply to both the guys and the ladies. I'm just going to speak from the male perspective because I'm a dude, in case you weren't quite sure. As I clearly demonstrated in my sad little story, many guys think that in order to get the girl, they need to play the long game. They need to play it safe. They think that they have to be Mr. Nice Guy, and that if they are a really good friend to that woman for long enough, that friendship will inevitably turn into true love. And that this girl is gonna wake up one morning and realize, holy shit, I've actually been in love with him this entire time. This is not only the wrong way to go about things, but it is actually extremely manipulative. Because at the end of the day, you are lying to this girl in order to get what you want out of her. And that's not okay, bro. I know a lot of gents are going to be mad at me right now. They're going to be saying, Niall, bro, come on, that's not true. I mean, I'm a nice guy. I'm not like one of these douchebags who treats girls like absolute shit and just uses them for sex. But if you were a really nice guy, you wouldn't be doing nice things just to get something out of her, whether that's sex or even a relationship. You would do these things simply because you have no expectation of outcome. You would do these nice things just to be her friend. And come on, bro, let's be brutally honest with each other here. You are expecting something, aren't you? By being nice, you essentially are trying to buy her love and her approval. And by doing this, you actually end up lowering her attraction and respect for you altogether. But to be honest with you, there is actually a valid reason why most guys, including my old self, play the nice guy game. And becoming aware of this issue is often enough to fix the problem altogether. You need to understand that you are probably playing this undercover friendship role simply because deep down, you don't really feel good enough to be with this woman. You just don't feel worthy of her love, her affection, or even her time. If you saw yourself as a high value individual who truly deserves love and intimacy, you would ditch all of these silly games altogether. you would not only value your time, but you'd also value your integrity. And as a result, you would be straightforward and honest with this girl about what it is that you really want from her. You would man up and go for what you want. You need to focus on fixing your self-image before any other type of self-improvement can take place. And if you're interested in that topic, I did a video on it and you can watch it right over there. And this, my friends, is exactly how we go about getting out of the friend zone. The key is authenticity. You, as a man or a woman, need to be honest with yourself about what exactly it is that you want. Whether that's a full-blown relationship or even a friends with benefits situation. We're not here to judge. Okay, Niall, I get it, bro. Authenticity, it's key. But I kind of messed up. And I'm already stuck in this friendship situation. So how the heck do I get out of it? In the words of the great late Patrice O'Neill, if you're losing the chess game, you will never win by continuing to play. You got to throw the chessboard in the air. You got to drop that bomb. You've got to be willing to take the L. Put simply, you got to man up, bro. You got to have a respectful conversation with this woman and say, hey, I know this may come as a surprise, but I want a romantic relationship with you. I'm not interested in friendship. And lads, I know this is not what you want to hear, but I need you to understand that she now has every single right to walk away from you. So you've got to be willing to let her go with no hard feelings involved. I know it's hard, I know, but trust me, this really is the best way to go, because you either end up getting the girl or you get the closure that you've been needing, and now at least you'll be able to move on to somebody who will want the same things as you. It really is a win-win situation. Phew, I know how painful this can be. I really, really do, because I've been there myself so many times before, and I really don't want any of you to have to go through this more often than you actually have to. So let's actually talk about ways in which we can try to avoid this situation from ever happening altogether. The very next time you meet a potential love interest, you need to decide from the very start to put yourself into one of two categories. You need to decide, do I want to be put into the friendship category, or do I want to be put into the relationship/romantic category? If you decide that you want to be put into the romantic category, then act like her romantic partner, bro. Like, don't act like a friend. This means that you flirt with her. This means that you ask her out on a romantic evening date. This means that you tell her, hey, listen, I think you're gorgeous. I think you are so sexy. And at the end of the date, if all the signs are there and everything has gone well up to this moment, you make a move. God damn it. You make a move. You cannot expect the other person to be a mind reader. Authenticity, it's absolutely key. Know what you want and go get it, tiger. I'm sure many of you may be thinking right now, but Niall, does that mean that friends can never ever become lovers? Of course not. It happens all the time. But I'm willing to bet my right leg right now that those couples actually genuinely started out as real friends. And then eventually one of them, or even both of them, realized that, hey, I actually love this idiot. And that's when they followed the advice that I've given in this video. That's when one or both of them probably came clean, admitted to how they really felt, and that is how the start of their relationship began. So continuing my story from earlier, and luckily for me, I did eventually end up telling that girl the truth about how I really felt about her. And she hated my guts for like months. But she actually ended up coming back. They always come back. And we actually ended up being together for quite a while after that. That relationship didn't work out in the end. But if I hadn't manned up, if I hadn't been willing to be totally honest with her about the way I felt, I would have missed out on a lot of love, a lot of connection, and just a lot of valuable life experience. And for that, I'm truly grateful. I have no regrets, even in the face of total heartbreak. So moral of the story, friends, be authentic. Honor your dreams, honor your feelings, and be willing to sacrifice for what you want most in this life. Because the truth is, you only get to live it once. Thanks for watching.